G'day guys and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video I'm going to be giving you my NRL Power Rankings after round 24. So very excited for this one. We've got round 25 coming up this weekend. Some amazing games as well. We don't know how that top 8's going to finish yet. The only team that's technically locked in are the Penrith Panthers. So it's insane. We've got huge weekend of footy ahead of us. But yeah, let's jump in and let's see how I've got my power rankings. So starting things off, number 9, I've got the Brisbane Broncos. The Broncos definitely haven't been... They're just not playing finals this year. I know they can potentially still get there with a win over St. George, and depending on results, how the Raiders go, but they've been abysmal of late, and I think the Dragons will actually beat them comfortably this weekend. So they're 9th for me. Raiders are 8th. I think the Raiders play finals this year, and I'd be nervous to go up against Canberra. You know, they've knocked off the Storm this year. I believe they've knocked off South Sydney, Parramatta, and Cronulla. I could be wrong, but you know, they've shown they can beat the top teams, and I think, you know, they deserve to be in that 8th spot on the power ranking. I think they're a recent form. They've shown that they're a better team than the Broncos, and I think most people will agree. All right, next up, I've got my Rabbitohs. Now, you know, Rabbitohs fans, you might not like that I ranked us at 7th, but let's be realistic. For now, I think the 6 teams above us have been slightly better for the most part of the year. Understanding we were missing Damien Cook last week. I didn't think our performance was the best. I thought the Cowboys' performance was horrible last weekend, but they too were missing players. So Rabbitohs 7th for me. Cowboys are actually 6th. So yeah, I know they're in the top 4 at the moment, but I think they're in a little bit of a downward spiral. I don't think they'd beat many of the teams above them on my power rankings, to be honest. But yeah, look, they're still going to play finals, and who knows? They could be back up there in my top 4 in power rankings, but I can't put them there, and I probably won't be able to put them there because the team they're playing is a reserve grade Panthers team this week. So regardless of the result, well, if they lose, they're probably going to drop down to 8th if they lose to this Panthers squad. But you know, if they beat this Panthers squad 40-0, I wouldn't be surprised. So Cowboys sitting pretty at 6th. Eels for me, 5th. You know, they're playing good football at the moment. They're hitting some really good form coming into finals. But I just think that the 4 teams I've got above them are better at the moment. So yeah, look, there's not much more to say on the Eels. They're a good team. They're definitely going to be a top 6 team this year. They can't fall lower than that. So I think Parramatta, yeah, look, I don't have much more to say on it. I think they're a good team. They can match it with some of the best, but they can also lose to some of the worst. So 6th for me at the moment seems pretty good, or 5th, I should say, seems pretty good at the moment. 4th, I've actually got Melbourne Storm. Now, Storm were decent against the Roosters, but they weren't the Storm we all know and love. They had phases where they were disappointing. I think the Roosters really mentally got in their head. So I think 4th spot at the moment is pretty good for the Storm in my power rankings. Do let me know if you disagree, though. In 3rd, I hate to do it, but I got the Sydney Roosters. The Roosters are the informed team of the comp at the moment. Obviously, Panthers have injury concerns and suspension, but at this point in time, the Roosters for me are the informed team. When the Panthers get back to a full strength squad, I think they will be, you know, the informed team. But while I can't put the Roosters number 1 on my power rankings, I still think that they're a tough team. And if I wasn't the Panthers or the Sharks, I would be extremely worried. I think it'll be a close game between the Panthers and the Sharks and the Roosters if they all were to meet at some point. But I think I'd probably tip the Roosters now to beat any of the other 6 teams remaining in these power rankings. All right, Panthers and Sharks, the last two. Cronulla are a little bit disappointing against the Bulldogs, and that's why they don't have my number 1 spot. I thought, they won 16-0, but it wasn't convincing, and yeah, they're still in good form going into the finals. Obviously, they're more than likely going to finish with a top 2 berth, so they're not only going to get 2 cracks, but they're also going to get home finals. So yeah, look, I think Cronulla have had an amazing season this year, and shout out to them. I think, second spot in the power rankings is fair. Not much to say about the Panthers. They are the best team in the comp, 100%. I actually think they're gonna. It probably won't be as big of a margin against the Cowboys. I think these reserve grade squad, they've got that next man up mentality. So I definitely think that they are still 100% the informed team of the comp. I think the Roosters are slightly ahead of them at the moment, but I can't put the Roosters at number 1 on my power rankings. I just think the Panthers are way too good. We still haven't seen them at their best with Cleary and a full-strength team for a while. So I think that's why they deserve number 1. That is going to wrap it up from me, though, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Thank you all so much. Once again, I've got my final game of the year for basketball tonight. Wish me luck, guys. But that is going to wrap it up from me. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.